Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم brothers again. Inshallah, we're going to our next lesson today, and inshallah we're going to catch up from where we stopped on for our last lesson. Okay, so we were discussing how when to use mahada and when to use manhada. Okay, so learn this concept, very important brothers, is that of, so you're going to use mahada when it is referring to something that has no aql, no intelligence, all right, has no intelligence, all right. So if it doesn't have any intelligence, you use mahada, okay. But if it has intelligence, then we are going to use it, we're going to use manhada, okay. If it has intelligence, for example a man, all right, or for example doctor, for example merchant, it has intelligence, right? So in this case we are going to say manhada, okay, got it? So now let's take the example of a dog. Does it got intelligence or got no intelligence?
It has intelligence.
Dog has got no, it doesn't have akal.
Doesn't it? How does it follow instructions then?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, no.
No. Okay. Dog has intelligence, but it doesn't have intelligence as human.
Okay.
All right. Correct. Right. It doesn't have intelligence as human. All right. Yeah. Dog compared to other animals, dog is smart, but it's not like humans. It doesn't have akal, right? For example. There are certain things we can do. We can eat with our hand. We can, if we are hungry, you go to the fridge. You can take the food out and eat, right? But a dog can't do that, can he? No.
So you want to give another example apart from a human that would be using a man.
So for example, so if you have a look, used for irrational things, غير عقل. So in general, something that does not have aql, all right, or intelligence, right, then that is referred to as, we would say to that one as manhada. Example, non-living things, animals, plants, etc. Okay, so this comes in this category, brothers. Okay, all right. Though animals are living, right, they are considered as the ones that don't have aql. Okay, all right. Okay, then we got plants and etc. So we got plants. These are the one. Okay, whereas so where we're going to use mahada. Okay, whereas on the other hand, if you see, we got manhada, used for rational things, anything that has aql. Okay, now something very interesting that comes up here is humans have aql, of course, we know that one, and then we got jinns and angel. These are the ones that got aql. Yeah, well, it's very unlikely you're going to say to a jinn, manhada, or you're going to say to an angel, manhada. That's not going to happen because these are things of life we cannot see. All right, but scholars have listed them in this category. Okay. So anything that is aql, we refer to them as man, and everything that doesn't have aql means intelligence. That means we will refer to it as ma. Okay, remember that one, brothers. And one other thing I forgot to tell you last week is that ma looks like a particle, right? But ma is not a particle. It is ism. Okay, it is an ism. All right. You don't have to know about that one for now, but just a side note. Okay, brothers, is this clear? Is this concept clear? Yeah. So do not confuse yourself with ma and man. We just learned the concept now, but as we go into lesson 2, Sheikh is going to bring ma and man, let's say wholesale, and then it will automatically, inshallah, with the help of Allah, be nice and clear in our brain. Okay. Now let's move on to the next concept, which is of particle of interrogation. All right. Okay. So last week we learned how to ask questions, right, brothers? So, ahada baitun, right? Ahada baitun, what is it again? Everyone remind me? Is this a house? Okay. And if I were to re-ask this question, I would say, ahada baitun. Is this a house? Okay. Good. Now, what did I do? Prefixing alif, yeah, to the statement, it makes it into a question. Okay? So, for example, this is a pen. How can I say this? Haza qalam. So, brother, can you make it into a question, please? Is this a pen? Good. Ahada qalam. Yeah? Brother, make sure the pronunciation of letters. We are not focused. This is not Tajweed class, but letters have to be pronounced correctly. Okay? Used in the context of is called harful istafhami. Okay? Now this one, this here, this one will fall in the category of particle. Okay? Harful istafhami. Okay? Particle of interrogation. Yeah? Does anybody know what's interrogation in English? When if police catches somebody, what do? Interrogate, right? Which is questioning. Okay? So whenever you want to ask somebody a question, you're going to use your And remember what we said? If somebody asks you a question, what should you come up with? Somebody asks you a question, what should you come up with? In general, in English, what would you come up with? Yes or no? Brothers, please respond, okay? Somebody asks you a question, you're going to give an answer, right? Yeah? So if your question starting with your answer has to start with na'am or la. Okay? Got it? La or na'am. These are the two you have to use to answer your question. Okay? We said, okay? So these are the two that you need to use to answer questions. For example, la and na'am are called hurufil jawab. Jawab. The big people are Urdu speaking. Jawab means jawab. Sawal, jawab. Okay? Remember that one. Easy. It's a particle of answering. Okay? So remember this, brothers. This concept is very important. You want to make something into a question. Just put the in front of your haza and then that will make it into a question. And your answer should start with na, la, or na. Okay? Is this clear, everyone? Clear? Nice and clear? Okay. So now what we're going to do, inshallah, just do a quick recap of what we learned in the last lesson, all right? According to the book, all right? And this is important for brothers who were not here in the last lesson. And then inshallah, we're going to move on to the next lesson today, which is of dhalik. Okay. So what have we got this? So we learned in this lesson how to say, use of ma. Yeah, ma hada. هذا كتاب هذا كتاب نعم هذا كتاب لا هذا مسجد من هذا. Okay, this top bit is clear. We have discussed it a few times now. Okay, how to use ma, how to use man, how to make something into a question. Is anyone not 100% sure with this one? No? Everyone? If you're not sure, we can go through this again. Not a problem at all. Now, this is something there are some notes that we need to be 100% clear about, brothers, okay? And I've told you about it already, but inshallah, let's go through it again. So we got hada, yeah. When we write it hada, but when we pronounce it, we say hada, okay? Hada, okay? Can you see? Hada is pronounced as hada, but written without the first alif. All right? Why is it so? That's how it's been written, and that's how it's been followed. All right? So basically, ha has got what do you call? Ha has got a. So if you are writing and if you put a short alif here, that's fine. Okay? So it should be hada, correct? Rather than hada. Okay? Okay, this is one thing we need to remember. All right. So if you were writing hada, for example, and if you put a short alif here, all right, over here, or if you didn't put a short alif here, if you just write it like this, both would be fine. Okay, it is understood. Okay, nothing. Arabic has no corresponding to English. His example has no copula. We talked about copula verbs. Is mr. Remember those, brothers. In English there is, but in Arabic there is not. Okay. There is no word in Arabic corresponding to a. Okay? Remember, we said, lot of the time, students who are there, I've seen they're writing the paper, they're like, oh my God, what is? What is a? Hada kitabun, this is a book. Oh my God, what's the replacement word for is? What's the replacement word for a? None of them exist in Arabic. Okay? A, alright? We know in English, a book, referring to a book, any book, right? What, definite or indefinite article? Indefinite article, referring to any book. So if we say the book, we are referring to a specific book. But in Arabic, how do I know? All right? The ending of my word will tell. Okay? For example, kitabun, ending with dammatain. The minute I say dammatain, I know, okay, this is what? Definite or indefinite? Indefinite. Okay? But if I say, see the word saying al-kitabu with alif and lam, so I know this is definite. Okay? Keep this concept in mind, clear brothers. Okay? And what is the word tanween? Okay? Well, tanween again is tajweed lesson part. Anything. Whenever you have a vowel sound, fatha, kasra, dhamma, when you double it, yeah, it becomes dhammatain, fathatain, kasratain. Okay? If it's dhammatain marfu, fathatain mansub, and kasratain majroor. Okay? The particle placed at the beginning of the statement turns into a question. We see then hada baytun, and ahada baytun. Okay? So we discussed that one. Now we got this vocabulary. So Sheikh have listed, the good thing about this is that Sheikh has listed all the vocabulary, right, at the end of the lesson. Okay? So let's go through them one by one. Alright? So what we're going to do, just test our vocabulary, okay? So what's the word for boy? Waladun, good, mashallah. House? Baitun, good, mashallah. Next word is door. Babun. Yeah. The next word is kitabun. We have discussed it so many times. All right. So, what's the word for pen, brothers? Qalamun. Good, mashallah. What's the word for key? Miftahun. Good, mashallah. What is the word for desk? Maktabun. Good, mashallah. What is the word for bed? Sarirun. Good. What is the word for chair? Kursiyun. Good, mashallah. What is the word for star? Najmun. Good, mashallah. Word for, don't look at the board, brothers. Try and work on your head. What's the word for shirt? Qamisun. Yeah? In Urdu, the same word? Of the qamis? Qamis? Good. Okay. Well, I wonder what's in Bangla. Bangla? Qamis? Okay, good. Shadi, okay. Next one, doctor. Tabibun. Tabibun. Good. We discussed walad. What student? Talibun. Talibun. Yeah. Remember, brothers, something very important. Look at the spelling. It's not talibun. Talibun. Yeah. Talibun. Okay. Merchant. Sorry. Before that, man. Rajul. Rajul. The word rajulun has come so many times in the Quran. We should be familiar with this word. Okay. Merchant. Tajirun. Okay. Kalbun. Kalbun. Dog. Good, mashallah. The next one is pittun. Yeah. Pittun means cat. Okay. So, brothers, this vocabulary is very important. All right. What you can do is put aside cover the English bit and try and see if you can get them, and then do vice versa. Okay. Test yourself. All right. Or at your home, you can ask your wife or your son or your daughter, can you test me on these words? All right. Very, very important. And all these words, brothers, as we said, when you're referring to or speaking at home, refer to them in Arabic. Okay. This will increase the vocabulary. Okay. What's donkey? Himarun. Okay. What is horse? Hisanun. Okay. And we've got camel? Jamalun. Jamalun. Okay. Jamalun. And then we've got rooster? Deekun. Good, mashallah. And what is a teacher? Mudarrisun. Okay. And the next word that we have is which we haven't taken, which is mindilun. Okay? Mindilun means handkerchief. Handkerchief. I know these days we don't use any mindilun, but we use tissue papers now. But back in the days, you used to be very, very famous. Okay, people used to have handkerchiefs, and I don't know it's good or bad because if you use tissue paper, you bin it and then it cause harm to the environment, you know. But then if you use it in Mindilum, you know how clean is it? That's not a topic, but Mindilum means handkerchief. Okay, so now. So all that's brothers, those vocabulary. So before we moving on to the next lesson, now lesson 2. Before we move on, brothers, again, very important reminder. If you want to call it, I wouldn't say the word wasiya now, but very important that you remember these words. Okay, remember these words. All right, how to make a question and ma and man hada. Now let's move on. Okay, so we know. هذا okay هذا okay اسمه إشارة demonstrative pronoun okay demonstrative pronoun okay so we got هذا is got اسمه إشارة للقريب anything that is close to you okay so for example هذا قلم هذا كتاب okay but in life, you have nothing, a lot of the time, everything is not close to you. That are things that are far from you. Okay? So likewise, ismu isharati lil ba'idi. Ba'idi means far away from you. Alright? So now, for example, I have a pen, which is close to me, and I have a book, which is far away from me. So, but I want to say that in a sentence. This is a book, that is a pen. Okay? So like all pronouns, okay, so these are definite. So now we are coming to the new word, which is ذَلِكَ. Okay? ذَلِكَ. So we said هذا is اسم إشارة للقريب, demonstrative pronoun for anything that is close to you. But demonstrative pronoun for anything that is far from you. ذَلِكَ. Good, mashallah. ذَلِكَ. Okay? Did anybody find ذَلِكَ in the Quran? Yeah, can you remind me once quickly? Good, mashallah, good. Okay, I like taking examples from the Quran because it inspires me so much. Inshallah. ذَلِكَ, yeah, ismu ishara lil ba'idi, anything that is far away from you. Now there are masculine. Okay, we would talk. So now, hada and dhalika we will only use when it is your noun that follows this masculine. If it is feminine, then you will use something else. We will discuss it when we come to the lesson. And likewise, like how we said hada, we say dhalika respectively, but written without the alif. All right, this is how they've done it. So, for example, now look at this classic example here. Hada kitabun. This kitab is close to me. Yeah. And what about that door? It's far away from me. So dhalika babun. That is a door. Okay, brothers? Very easy. It's nothing too complicated. Anything that's close with you, anything that's far away from you. Alright? So is this concept clear with everyone? Alright. Now we're going to slowly move on to our lesson, which is الدرس الثاني. Okay, so that's the thani. And what's the heading of this chapter, brothers? What's the heading of this chapter? Lesson 2. No, dhalika. That's the thani means lesson 2. All right, and the topic is dhalika. Brother, okay, around dhalika. Okay, so now it starts off with, what does it start with? Ma dhalika. Now you know how to write questions. Look, the sentence chapter starting with ma. Okay, ma dhalika. How would we translate that? What is that? What is that? Okay, ma is your noun for asking the question, and dhalika ismu ishara lil ba'idi. Yeah, ismu ishara lil ba'idi. Okay, dhalika, yeah, lil ba'idi. Demonstrative pronoun for anything that's far. Okay. And how did the answer come? ذَلِكَ نَجْمٌ. That is a star. Again, that is a star. When you translate in English, that is a star, but there is no word for is an A. So dhalika najmun. So brothers, remember this is a new word that's come to you. No, we've taken najmun before, haven't we? Yeah, we talked about Surah Najm. Okay, so dhalika najmun. Okay, now let's have a look at this one. The second one. Brother, you had to go, right? Brother, you can read this one.
I'll try. هذا مسجد
Good, good.
وذلك بيت.
وذلك بيت. Good. هذا مسجد وذلك بيت. Good, everyone. So, mashallah. How can we translate that? This is, yeah, and
That is a house.
that's the house. Good, mashallah. Simple sentences, brother. Nothing too complicated. Simple sentences. Once, one of students, when I studied, so one of the students was very successful, got really good marks, So the teacher asked him, how did you become so successful? How did you do so good? And his answer was, I used to keep everything very simple. So when the questions, things like this are asked, keep your answers very simple. Okay? Alright? So this is simplicity. Even in life, if you're simple, things can be achieved in a bigger way. Inshallah. So هذا مسجد, this is a masjid, وذلك بيت, and that is a house. Okay? Yes, brother, next one please.
هذا حصان وذلك حمار.
Good.
So this is a horse and that is a donkey.
Donkey. Good. MashaAllah. Horse and donkey, we know them already. Okay? Now, what's... Can we say that properly?
ذلك كلب لا ذلك
قط. Okay, so they are pointing, look at the picture very well. They are pointing at a cat and saying this is a dog. Right? La dhalika qittun. Okay, so now brothers, in English, so for example, if somebody was to ask you this question, is this a dog? What would you say? No, this is not a dog. Right? This is what we would say. Right? This is a cat. Right? Now, for now, just keep it simple. Alright? So just say la and tell what it is. Okay? So for example, in this case you say la dhalika qittun. Keep the sentence simple. Okay? Okay, do you see how already we are using ma and a? It's coming left and right now. Okay? So next one. Who's turn is it? Brother, do you want to go? This one here. Ma. No, ma dhalika. Ma dhalika. Okay? Can you say ma dhalika?
What is this?
What is this? Okay? And the answer is dhalika sarirun. That is a bed. Okay? Inshallah, try. Okay? We're going to all try. Don't worry, don't think, brother, because I'm sitting here, I'm teaching you guys, I'm an expert or something, got a big degree in Arabic, nothing. No, it's all the fadl of Allah. Right? I didn't get any degree or anything. It's just learning from here, learning from there, learning from here, learning from here, learning from here, learning interest, Allah helps me out. So inshallah, don't ever feel, oh my God, I can't do it. And listen. No, nothing like this. If Allah helps you, you can achieve anything in this world. Okay? Remember always, Allah is al-Fattah. Okay? But I'm drifting to Islamic talk now. Okay. So now, okay, let's now come. So now this sentences are getting slightly bigger now. Okay? Okay? Man hada wa man dhalika. Now look at the structure of the sentence. Has it changed a little bit? Inshallah, we are a bit qualified now, so we can take a bit heavy stuff now. Ma hada, what is this? Wa man dhalika, and what is that? Okay? So who do you think the guy looks like? The one writing on this board? Teacher. So the answer is hada mudarrisun wa dhalika imamun. Can everyone underline that word? Imamun. Yeah? Yeah, everyone knows the word imamun. You know what imam is. Okay? So this is another new word that's come. Yeah? Alright? Okay. Brother, can I ask you to read the next one, please? Yes, please.
ما ذلك ذلك هجر
ذلك حجر. Okay, pronounce the ha properly. Okay, حجر. حجر. Does anybody know what's it?
No.
A big stone. Big stone. Okay. We know. Did anybody hear this word before?
Hajar.
Hajar Aswad. Now we know what it is. Yes. You know. Yeah, we've been saying it for years and years. Hajar Aswad. But we know it's what it's a Hajar Aswad means black stone. Yeah, black stone. All right. So dhalika hajarun. Remember that word again. May make a note of that word. Okay. Now the next word. Yeah, brother. Do you want to go for it?
هذا سكور
Suk
سكور
sukka, ne?
سكر وذلك لبن.
Good. ذلك سكر وذلك لبن. Okay. This is sugar. Yeah. Sugar. Okay. Sukkarun. Okay. So sukkar.
English.
Yeah, that is right. If you're saying English has got the word from Arabic, sugar. Okay, sugar, sukkarun. So you know, everyone's taking words from Arabic. You know, Allahu Akbar. You know, wadhalika labanun. Now labanun here, brothers, you see, it says here milk. Okay, there is another word for milk which is halib. Yeah, halibun. But this milk, you know, in Arab lands, basically they have a drink. Yeah, which taste bit salty, okay, so which is called labanun, okay, labanun. All right,
Yogurt.
yogurt drink, yes. I think we said we call it lassi, isn't it?
Yeah,
Lassi, we call it lassi. Yeah. Don't write the translation as lassi, okay? Just for now, keep it as milk, okay? Inshallah. So again, one which is close and the one which is farther away from us, okay? So now we've come on to a bit of practice here, right? Iqra waqtub. Yeah, read and write. Okay? We give everyone a chance, inshallah. Brother, do you want to read the first one? Hada?
هذا
No, we are in.
first one, right?
Yeah, first one. Hada? But page 15, first one. Page 15, we are here again.
Okay. This one, this one is
Yeah, that's one. That was the first one. First one. We read this sentence just now, but let's just again.
No.
Sukkaru. That's it. Yeah.
هذا لبن.
لا هذا وذلك لبن. ذلك لبن. Okay. Hada sukkarun. We use haza because sukkar is close to us, and labanun is far away from us. So وذلك لبن. Brothers, you might think that why are they bringing these sentences again and again? The reason for Sheikh doing this again and again because he wants these things to stick in your head. Okay? Alright? If you have a friend and you speak to him about the same thing again and again and again and again, what's going to happen? Eventually, you're going to pick it up. You know? You're going to pick it up. You're going to start speaking just like the other person. Okay? So this is the reason Sheikh is trying to, drill these things in our head in a nice way. Okay? So next one, who's turning his brother? You want to have a go? Sure. Man.
من ذلك ذلك إمام.
Good. Man dhalika dhalika imam. Okay. They use the imam is looking very close to us. Whenever they use the word man dhalika. Okay. But did you notice it is man dhalika? Yeah. No, not ma dhalika. Okay. Yes, brother, go ahead.
Zalika itun, la zalika qalbun.
La dhalika qalbun. Good, mashallah. So the sentence started here with a. Harful istifham. Yeah. So is a question asking, is this a what? Cat? But the answer goes, no, this is not a cat. This is a dog. Okay. Good. Next one.
Ma haza hajr.
Hada
Hajr.
hajarun. Hajarun. Okay. Hada hajarun. If somebody asks you a question, ma hada hajarun, is it okay?
No.
it might give you the answer, yeah, but it's not the right way to answer. Okay? Sometimes you ask a question, what is this book? You know, you get the answer, but structure was not nice. It's like, this is a book. Yeah? Right way to answer the question. So, brothers, new word, al-kalimatul jadidatu. Okay? Al-kalimatul jadidatu is written here. Al-kalimatul jadidatu. Okay? Means new words. The new words that we learned in this lesson was imamun, okay? Hajarun, sukkarun, labanun. Brothers, you know the first bit where it says Iqra waktub, you know, I would personally recommend everyone to read and write it down in your notebook. Very, very important, brothers, especially when we are building up the foundation. All right? Don't say, these are easy sentences, I'm just going to get through. No. Take that time out. All right? Take that time out. Well, how long is it going to take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes? 5 minutes maximum? Yeah? All right? Before lunch, you say, okay, I'm going to sit before lunch now. You know, no, before lunch is not a good idea, wasn't it? Because you know you'll be thinking about lunch. After lunch maybe, yeah, or maybe in the evening. All right, before going to even bed, you know, you could just let me write my 5 sentences and go to bed. Brothers, sometimes you might think, it's small sentences, but if you practice this every day, you know, at the end of the week, end of the month, end of the year, you will feel the difference. Got it, brothers? All right. So we got imamun, we got hajarun, we got sukkarun, we got labanun, and again we got sukkarun again, labanun again, imamun again, hajarun again. All right. So now, we come to the end of this chapter. This is a small chapter, not very long. In this lesson, we learn the use of dhalika. Okay, brothers. Very, very important. Is anyone not sure about dhalika? You can ask me again. Let's get out of the. So at this stage, you should be able to differentiate between what is hadha and dhalika. Okay? Hadha and dhalika should be crystal clear in your mind. This and that. Anything that is close to you, hadha. Anything far away from you, dhalika. Okay? And if you want to go a bit more, brothers, push yourself. Okay? Ismu ishara lil qaribi. Okay? Hadha. Ismu ishara lil ba'idi. Dhalika. Okay? Dhalika. We need to get into using those exact terms. Okay? So we said Hada Baitun wa Dhalika Masjidun. This is a house and that is a mosque. Dhalika is pronounced as Dhalika but written without the alif. The word Waw is written close to the following word. Okay? So Waw basically is another harf which is called harfu ataf. We will come to know this word. Conjunction basically. So does anyone know what's conjunction in English? Joining two sentences together. Okay? Remember we had a sentence like Hada masjidun wa dhalika baytun. Wa dhalika baytun. If you were to write the sentence Hada masjidun, yeah, and then dhalika baytun, does this sound right? No. We need to put a conjunction to make the sentence making more sense. Okay? So now, So again, at the end of this vocabulary, these 4 words are very, very important, brothers. Got to make sure that we remember them. Okay. So inshallah, that's the end of lesson 2. Okay. But how much time have we got? We got for 47. Okay. So we're just going to do this concept, inshallah, brothers, and then we're going to finish, inshallah. I promise, yeah. Today, or we're just going to give you a taster, all right? And then next week, inshallah, we're going to discuss this a bit more. So what is this one? Sentence. Al-jumlatul ismiyatu. All right? In English, all right? When you make a sentence, what are the things you need? Does anybody know? Make a sentence. Give me a sentence in English, brother. Any sentence in English.
This is a pen.
This is a pen. Okay. Good sentence, all right? So, this is a pen, this is a pen, this is a book, all right? So, sentence always has how many parts? Okay, we're going to take this sentence. Al-qalamu jadidun. Okay? Al-qalamu jadidun, okay? The pen is new, all right? So a sentence, all right, to make complete sense. Okay, let's have a look. Is this making sense? Al-qalamu jadidun. The pen is new. Is it making sense? Is it making complete sense? Yeah. Is anybody in doubt about the pen? Al-qalamu jadidun. The pen is new. Yeah. Okay. So now in English, so we have, why is the pen? Does anybody know? Okay, in English, a sentence has two things. What are they? Does anybody know? One is a verb nominal.
Verbal sentence and nominal sentence.
Verb, okay, we are getting to that one. Okay, we're doing better English grammar first. Okay, so in English sentence, a sentence in English. Okay, for example, the book is new. You have a subject and you have a predicate. Not object, predicate. Okay, so surprisingly, recently some of the students these days, this is how I learned when I went to school. There's subject and predicate, but these days you can say to kids like subject and predicate, and they're like, "Oh, what's a predicate?" Here's predicate was, they're surprised what's predicate. But according to the books of English grammar, it's subject and predicate. Okay. So now subject is al-kitabu jadidu. Subject means something that you're talking about. So in this case, we are talking about the book. And any information about the book is predicate. Okay? So what's the information about the book? It's new. Okay? Okay? So for example, the bag is old. What's the subject here? Bag. And what's the information about the bag?
Old.
It is old. Okay? Alright? So sentences are simple, brothers. In any sentence in English, you will have to find two things. One is subject and the other one is predicate. Okay. Now coming on to keep this in mind while we look at Arabic sentence. Arabic sentence are basically all the sentences are of two types. How many types? Two types. One is a nominal sentence, alright, or a verbal sentence. Jumla ismiya or jumla fi'liya. So now, that sounds very tough. There's nothing too tough, nothing too. So if it's a jumla ismiya, we know ism, right? Ismiya, we are used to the word ismiya. Ismun fi'lun harfun. Jumla ismiya or jumla fi'liya. So if it's a jumla ismiya, it's a nominal sentence. Alright? Or jumla fi'liya, it is a verbal sentence. So if a sentence starts with a noun, it is jumla ismiya. If a sentence starts with a verb, right, it is jumla fi'liya. Now, in English, you can understand, okay, a sentence starting with a noun is acceptable, right? But a sentence starts with a verb was a bit odd, right? Yeah, you don't say eat I rice, right? Go I friend's house. You don't say like that, right? It's unusual. All right, but in Arabic, a sentence can start like this. Okay, ذهب الرجل إلى المسجد. Keep that example in your mind, brothers. Okay, the man went to the masjid. ذهب الرجل. Though the ذهب word came fast, yeah, when you translate it in Arabic, a word can start with verb. Okay? In English, we say a sentence can't start with a verb. It's making no sense. Right? But in Arabic, it can. Alright? So in Arabic, we got two types of sentence. The nominal sentence and the verbal sentence. Okay? For now, brothers, don't worry too much about verbal sentence. We are not going to go into verbal sentence. We're only going to focus on nominal sentence. A sentence that starts with a noun. Okay, if sentence starts with a noun, nominal sentence starts with a verb, is a verbal sentence. Has a subject and predicate. Okay? So has a subject and a predicate. So subject in Arabic, now this word is very important. Mubtada. Mubtada. What is everyone? Mubtada. Okay? Brothers, Urdu, जिस चीज से इब्तिदा होती है. Okay? Alright? जिस चीज से इब्तिदा होती है, which means when you start something you start with. Okay? Alright? So, mubtada means You start, that is your starting point, subject. And predicate is called khabar. Okay? The news about the subject. Okay? So the boy is big. What's the subject?
The boy.
The boy. And what's our khabar? Is big. Okay? Or the boy is big. Okay? So this is very, very simple. Okay? Okay. Now, we got this example here. Al-Kitabu Jadidun. The book is new. Okay? And we got Al-Qalamu Maksurun. The pen is broken. Okay? Hada Baitun. We know Hada Baitun very well, don't we? So now, in all of these sentences, what do you think is the subject? The first one, Al-Kitabu Jadidun. What's the subject? Kitabun. What do you call? Second sentence, Al-Qalamu Maksurun. What's the subject? Qalam. Okay. Hada Baitun. What is the subject? Yeah. Okay, subject. Now, no more saying subject. Let's say Mubtada. Okay, Mubtada. We're getting on technical now, yeah. So, in the first sentence, which is your Mubtada? Al-Kitabu. Try and say Al-Kitabu, brothers, okay? Yeah. And then, in the second sentence, Al-Qalamu Maqsoon, what's your Mubtada? Al-Qalamu. In the third sentence, what is your Mubtada? No, your Mubtada.
Is a Baitun.
Baitun your Mubtada? Subject, what's your subject? Hada is your subject. Okay? Hada is your subject. I know why everyone's getting confused. Yeah. Because got Alif and Lam. Alif and Lam. Haza doesn't have Alif and Lam. But remember what we said in the beginning lesson. Haza, though it doesn't have Alif and Lam, it is definite by nature. Oh, yeah? Remember that one? Right? Muhammadun, is it definite or indefinite? Definite. But Muhammad doesn't have Alif and Lam. Alright? So, this certain, so they are proper nouns. Alright? Alright? Now, this is demonstrative pronoun. But Hada, by itself is it's a subject, but by itself it is what do you call definite. Okay, so look at this, what he says here. Okay, so we got here, let's look at the first sentence, Al-Kitabu Jadidun. So is the, okay, by the way, what is the khabar of Al-Kitabu? What's the news about Al-Kitabu? Jadidun is what is the news about the pen? Broken. What's the news about this? This is a house. Okay, this is a house. Okay, brothers, I know this bit gets a bit confusing. When I first saw it myself, I was a bit confused. Like, what's going on here? All this time you're teaching me Alif and Lam, Alif and Lam, Alif and Lam, and then you just bring this Hada now. Okay, but there's no need to get confused about Hada. The reason Hada is coming like this is because Hada is definite by nature. Alright, Hada is definite by nature. So it's not necessary that all the words that you're going to have Alif and Lam is definite. No, there are some words which is definite by nature. By the way, Hada is something we learn. The Hada cannot be changed, right, from its form. So this is why Hada is Mubtada, and something else you will see that it is Marfu. Can you see? It is having Dhamma. It's got Dhamma. Okay? Dhamma. Can you see that one? What, does everyone remember Marfu? Marfu means what? What type of means the noun is what? Nominative, yeah? Nominative. Dun, 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 dun. When it is dun, it is marfu. That means it is. So in this case, our noun is nominative. Nominative because means it is the subject. Okay, brothers? Alright? That means our kitab, our book here is the subject. Alright? That's why it is marfu. Alright? And so we've got mubtada. We've got marfu'un and ma'rifatun. Ma'rifatun means it is definite. Definite, okay? Definite. The subject is mostly definite. Ma'rifatun is definite noun and nakiratun is indefinite noun. Okay. Brothers, if you are hearing these words, don't worry, you will keep listening, keep listening. Eventually you will pick up on these words, okay? And if you look on the other side, we got al-jadidun, which is the khabar, okay? And it is marfoon as well, remember, okay? What you call khabar is also marfu, and it is nakiratun, means it is indefinite noun, okay? It is indefinite noun. So the subject is mostly definite. Most of the time, in a sentence, you will find your subject to be definite. And most of the time, you will find the predicate to be indefinite. Okay? So now, brothers, is this concept clear? This is very, very important. Inshallah, with this we're going to finish, inshallah, in 2 minutes. Next lesson, we're going to have a proper lesson on this one in terms of practically going into the lesson to do this. But the concept has to be very clear. All right? Number one, what has to be clear in your mind, what is mubtada and khabar? Okay? Mubtada and khabar. Today, when you go home, inshallah, after Isha Salah, we're going to have dinner. After dinner, take a few minutes, just ask yourself, what is mubtada? Alright? Yeah? What is mubtada? What is khabar? Okay? Try making your own sentences. Don't worry about Arabic for now. Make English sentences. Alright? Alright? Okay, so this is a chair. What was it? This is a chair. Okay, what's the mubtada? Mubtada, yeah. This is the mubtada. Alright? And what's the khabar?
Khabar is a chair.
It's a chair. Okay? Okay. Let's don't go into this one now. Just try use sentences that start with the. Okay? The TV is big. Okay. So what's the thing? What's the mubtada? TV. And what's the khabar? Big. Okay? Inshallah. So simply remember these things. And all the last thing, brothers, I will say, mubtada is marfu and ma'rifatun. Okay, definite. It is mubtada. It will always have a dhamma. Can you see the dhammas here? Yeah, and ma'rifatun.
I don't see a dhamma, hada.
Okay, haza we said is one of those words. It's definite by nature. You cannot
Even
mess
without
up.
the dhamma.
Yeah, hada you can't put hada.
Yeah.
Hada we will learn at later stage. It's some words like you can't change them. You can't mess around with them. They just stay the way they are,
Right.
and they're definite. Okay, and I don't want to, brothers. In one of the books I found, right, in the beginning chapters, right, there are seven. I think there are seven definite. Some of the what you call nouns, seven definite nouns is already listed in the first chapter. But I don't want to confuse you all. Okay, if you want, I can put that group, the list in the group. Yeah, so you know in advance some words that can always going to stay like this. Okay, though they don't look like definite, but they are definite. Okay, got it, brothers? And ma'rifatun, that means it is definite, and our khabar is okay. What comes after is our khabar. Marfoon, both of them will be marfoon, and it is nakiratun in the sense that it is indefinite. Okay, inshallah, go through this one. Inshallah, we'll have more on the video coming. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.